Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Okay, so what do we got? I guess when you guys are seeing this video 6 days to the Trump transition, and already, like I reported yesterday, things are starting to heat up. First, we got the Trump people putting out some pretty serious warnings out there to Jack Smith and the rest of these corrupt actors, and that message, of course, was quite clear. What they said was, it's time to lawyer up, get a friggin' lawyer, Jack, because the heat's about to turn up. And now, right off the back of that, we got another promise as Kash Patel and some of the Republicans backing him make a very big announcement. I guess in the end, we really truly are going MAGA, whether the left likes it or not. Let me show you guys some of the incredible stuff that's going on here. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, so this is a big one, folks. After years of suffering in this leftist clown world, seems like we're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. After over a decade of unspeakable corruption, especially within the government's three-letter agencies, well, you're finally getting a new FBI director to replace the string of incompetent clowns like Christopher Wray, who's been as useful as a sack of dry potatoes, and James Comey, whose scandals could easily fit in a 30-minute video. Yeah, it's looking like we're about to get FBI director Kash Patel. And I gotta tell you, the left is going on and on about how unqualified he is. Who even is this guy? But let's really cut to the frickin' chase here. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is more qualified or more ready to clean house than Kash Patel. And even though he hasn't been confirmed yet, he hasn't been voted in yet, he's already the favorite for one very simple reason. Kash Patel is not afraid to do the dirty work to drain the swamp of corruption that has totally rotted the FBI from the inside out. And it seems like Republicans are getting behind the Kash Patel FBI director movement. Here's Tom Cotton speaking on the issue in a fantastic interview.
What would be the first thing that you'd want to see Kash Patel declassify? You started off this interview by saying you are really angry and frustrated that nobody has briefed you about what the hell's going on in the skies above America when we have mayors from New Jersey coming on this program, law enforcement from New Jersey coming on this program saying there are SUV-sized drones buzzing our homes and buzzing our military bases and buzzing the president's house in Bedminster. There's zero transparency in the Biden administration. And that leads to a lot of anxiety and it leads to a lot of frustration. I'm sure you're first in line. So what would you like to see Kash declassify first? I mean, what would be some of the first actions you'd like to see?
Well, Benny, that's what you cited is an important issue that matters in the real world. I can give you a lot more than that, but I also think that there are some kind of threshold questions that the FBI needs to address to restore credibility and confidence. If you immediately go to things like that drone activity, you haven't addressed some of the issues that has undermined confidence in the FBI. So going back to the FBI's role in Crossfire Hurricane in the 2016 campaign, the lawfare that they've used against President Trump and his supporters over the last 4 years, from Jack Smith's investigations and the FBI raid at Mar-a-Lago to the FBI agents writing memos about traditional Catholics and how they should be investigated as potential extremists, why the FBI was not on the scene when you had left-wing street militias protesting outside the homes of Supreme Court justices trying to influence a decision, their actions to investigate and ultimately arrest pro-life protesters who were doing little more than praying or singing hymns outside of abortion clinics. Those are all threshold questions that I think that Kash Patel and FBI leadership need to come clean with the American people about. So when it gets to things like the drone activity over New Jersey or threats to the homeland from the illegal aliens that Joe Biden allowed to flood into our country, the American people will have more confidence and faith in what the FBI is saying.
You know, there's a reason I keep saying a lot of the same things in these videos. It's because it's my genuine reaction. This is a frickin' breath of fresh air. Oh man, I mean, it's almost as if I'm walking out of a fiery structure filled with dense black smoke, finally able to breathe again. A breath of frickin' fresh air. The freshest breath of air I think I've taken in a long time. Finally, there's an administration coming in with the intent of actually exposing the rot and enacting important necessary reforms. We're getting the exact exact promises that we're looking for. And it's not just about declassifying all the information around all these drone scandals that have been popping up. No, Tom Cotton gives us an even better answer. Before unlocking all the secrets, the FBI needs to explain its own conduct. It needs to come clean to the American people and rebuild trust. And he is absolutely right. And so I think we got to go a little bit further back in history than just the drone stuff. And that brings us right back to Crossfire Hurricane. And for those who are unaware, Crossfire Hurricane was the FBI code name for their Russia collusion hoax, an investigation they tried to dress up as some sort of noble investigation, a noble cause. They're looking into Russia collusion, protecting democracy, safeguarding nuclear secrets, and defending national security. But it was all a glorified witch hunt. Crossfire Hurricane was a politically motivated operation that was put in place to target Donald Trump, the political leader. They fabricated evidence, built up the Steele dossier, a dossier that was fueled by leftist operators like Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and foreign spies. They then used that fabricated document, lied to a FISA court, manipulated the media, or rather, the media didn't get manipulated, but rather the media worked to manipulate the people. And when the whole thing fell apart, they tried to sweep it under the rug like nothing happened. And that cannot be allowed to stand. And let's also not forget the Mar-a-Lago raid, where the FBI coordinated with disgraced now resigning Biden DOJ attorney Jack Smith. They swooped in and raided Donald Trump's home under the pretense of recovering classified documents, again that supposedly were stolen by President Trump, and this posed a national security threat. But throughout the years, what have we actually learned? Well, we learned that it was all a politically motivated stunt, at least in my view, designed to tarnish Trump's reputation and scare off his supporters. But most importantly, I think at the end of the day, it was all about one thing. You know, there was a purpose to stopping Donald Trump, and I think this was the purpose. What did Donald Trump do before he left office in 2020? Oh yeah, he declassified a whole slew of documents pertaining to what? Crossfire Hurricane. We have that memo from back in 2021 of January. Right before Joe Biden was inaugurated, Donald Trump declassified a bunch of Crossfire Hurricane stuff and then took it home with him. Then under the pretense of recovering nuclear secrets, the FBI raided him and took all those documents back. Yeah, you probably see where I'm going with this. The reason they want to stop Donald Trump so bad is not because he's orange. It's not because he's racist. It's not because he's the next American Hitler in the making. No, it's because he's signaled interest and support and actually has a track record of exposing the deep rot and the scandals of the deep state. And they can't stand it. They hate it because they want it all covered up, because they want to preserve this environment where they get to act so overtly corruptly, abuse their power to force the end that they're looking for, and then just shove it all under the rug as if it never happened, into the classified, redacted abyss, gathering and collecting dust, the truth of their wicked ways hidden away in the classified vaults at NARA, never to be seen again. Well, Donald Trump is saying no more with that, enough of that. We're going to get to the bottom of all of it. That is why they hate Donald Trump. That's why they're trying so hard to block Kash Patel, but it seems like whether they like it or not, accountability and transparency are coming. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.